Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice, because today is an unboxing. A book came in today that I'd sort of forgotten that I had ordered. My LCS had like one copy of it at the time that it came out, and there's three of us who wanted it. Someone got that first copy before someone else, and I walked up and said, "Hey, we want it." And the guy says, "Order one for me." I said, "Order one for me." And it took a few weeks for it to show up. I'd sort of forgotten that it was coming in, but I was just coming back from the gym. I just stopped by Barnes & Noble to look at some horror films when my phone went off. Saw Bosco's, and I was like, "Oh, this might be the thing." And it was. Drove down there and picked it up. But you're wondering what it is. It is the new book by my favorite comic book writer, which would be The Knives by Ed Brubaker. Front, side, back. Criminal is soon to be seen on Prime Video. A sprawling criminal epic, The Knives is the most ambitious tale Brubaker and Phillips have ever tackled. Three dark journeys wind around each other over a decade, like sharks hunting for a kill. Cartoonist Jacob Kurtz goes to Hollywood in the era of peak TV, only to find himself caught up in the life of his aging aunt and the vultures circling her estate. Angie was raised in the undertow, but now everything she loves has been taken from her. She's on the streets with vengeance on her mind, her eyes set on the city's kingpin. And finally, Tracy Lawless is home from the special forces, finally a civilian again, but he's in bad shape, and the city has always brought out the worst in him. A breathtaking noir story about greed, ambition, heartbreak, and blood ties. The Knives is the 11th standalone graphic novel in the criminal series from the celebrated creators of The Fade Out, Killer Be Killed, Reckless, and many others. So, let's open this bad boy and show you what it looks like on the inside, because we already know it's going to be written fantastically well, and we know Sean Phillips' art, so it's going to be that stylistic art that he always does. But I've already showed you this stuff, so let's go in here. So we get the first page, the inside right here. It says Hollywood, which originally back in the day was Hollywood Land, but The Knives. All this. Colors by Jacob Phillips. I'm assuming that this might be Sean's. Then we have a little Dick Tracy thing. And we open up to the first page. Boom! Pops right in. Frank Kafka goes to Hollywood. That is the first page. Goes right into there. And we have the wonderful Sean Phillips art. Which is so perfect for the stories. They're synonymous with all this stuff. And it is... there's a little afterword here. Doesn't really say how many pages it is, but it's nice and thick. It's about a knuckle's worth thick. $29.99 American, $39.99 Canadian. Can't tell you what it is in Australian or Hong Kong dollars. But here it is. And I'm probably going to be, as soon as I get into this, I'm probably going to be heading in and reading it. Because it is Ed Brubaker. Shane Black says, if Nor was a fine bourbon, the knives would be the good stuff that they keep behind the bar, a perfect mix of toughness and sentiment. The pages fly, and before we realize, we're feeling a flutter in our stomach at the prospect of these humble characters meeting a bad end. That's a tough get, but Brubaker and Phillips don't hit a wrong note. More, please. That's Shane Black. You've seen movies, Shane Black. The original Predator. He worked on Lethal Weapon. He worked on The Lost Boys. Brubaker and Phillips are modern masters, Publishers Weekly. Brian K. Vaughan says Brubaker and Phillips books have always been about 8 years ahead of their time. And so, boom, yep. But that's it. I just wanted to show it to you and unbox it. So I'm going to go and start reading it now. Let me know if you've read it and what you thought of it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, possibly share. But enjoy your comics.